Hello and welcome to this IPL pre-match show, and we are building up onto the match between Lucknow Super Giants and Royal Challengers Bangalore. After what Shardul Thakur did to them, I was almost forgetting their name, but yes, RCB are back after that Shardul Thakur madness in the last match. They are back at their den. Chinnaswamy, what are you expecting from them?
Obviously, they have the best records after Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians. It's a truly their den. Chinnaswamy, and obviously they need to bounce back after the passing they received at the hands of KKR. So they in fact started the tournament right. So yeah, it's kind of a one-off thing. Obviously, that great knock from Lord Shardul, but definitely they need some inspiration from their star players like Captain Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, Glenn Maxwell. Yes, so obviously. I for one wonders whether Glenn Maxwell is in the playing 11 or not, because he has hardly contributed in the first two matches for RCB.
Let's go to a loyal supporter here, 15 years and still counting. Will it be Isala Kapnamde? What do you think, Trisha?
We don't say such things here. We hope that will happen, but we have faith in the team. But then again, Lucknow in some ways is very close to the RCB team. There are a lot of players who have played for RCB. For example, the first time I saw KL Rahul playing really well was for RCB. Even now when he plays, because obviously a lot has changed, his playing style has changed. It reminds you of the RCB days, because he used to be all calm, relaxed, and used to go about his business very well. So against Lucknow, I just hope RCB gets back to winning ways.
So Gujarat Titans have won the toss.
Not Gujarat Titans. Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss and they have opted to field first. So this is something which is very common in IPL.
Yeah.
There are so many matches, double headers, triple headers.
Yeah, that's a progress already.
Yes.
That he hasn't said Gujarat Giants for a change.
Right.
So we are slowly progressing from WPL to IPL.
So no yet. Mark Wood comes into the playing 11 for Lucknow Super Giants. That's what KL Rahul has said. We'll get the playing 11 very soon. But you guys can watch out the visuals right outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium, which Bharat Ramaraj, our reporter, has sent right outside the stadium. You can see it's very common to have the red and black army, red and golden army, you say?
Yeah, red and golden army.
Red and golden army fans all gearing up to support Virat Kohli and company. But coming to Virat Kohli, he had a great start, one match, but second match he was again went pounding after that Sunil Narayan ripper of a delivery. Do you think spin is something where the likes of Krunal Pandya or Ravi Bishnoi can hurt Virat Kohli again?
Ravi Bishnoi, definitely yes. Because see, the problem with Virat is he plays. He has a very good strike rate against leg spinners,
Right.
and that is also one of the causes of his downfall, because he then thinks that I'm on the top of my game and I will hit every ball out of the park. One turns, he doesn't read the turn and he's gone.
Devashish, you agree with it? Or will it be Virat Kohli's day?
I'm looking forward to Mishra Ji.
Oh, Mishra Ji.
Last time.
Mishra Ji on the field actually was fantastic. And bowling, of course, we have seen
the diving catch.
That's what I'm saying.
Mishra Ji.
At this age, let me add this, because this is added.
How old is he? 40?
40.
Definitely 40. At 40, that catch. But on a more serious note, have you ever seen Amit Mishra take that sort of catch when he was playing for the Indian team?
Amit Mishra versus Glenn Maxwell could be a fantastic matchup. Mishra has dismissed Glenn Maxwell 5 times.
But I would love to see the contest between Mark Wood and Virat Kohli.
Oh,
yes,
that would be
that's
that
the
would be
contest I'm looking
fantastic.
forward to, because Mark Wood, the pace he brings into the table, obviously that will be very, very great contest. And Chinnaswamy is small ground, and the ball will come onto the bat. Stroke making will be easy. So that's the contest I would see. That extra bit of pace and initially.
Lockie Ferguson bowled 154.
54 for 1.
154.1 as Devaki says. But will it even boost up Mark Wood's intention to bowl quicker?
Absolutely. Why not? I mean, bowlers who like to bowl first, they would like to clock 155 and try and breach that. But if Mark Wood does that, I can actually see a stump cartwheeling.
Will it be Virat Kohli stump or not?
I hope not.
That remains to be seen. But we are yet to get.
We have the full team.
But Faf du Plessis has said that they are going with a 4-bowler pace attack. 4-bowler pace attack evening. RCB's pace attack, David Willey will be one for sure. David Willey, Siraj will be other for sure. If I have to look at this squad again,
Harshal
Patel number 3. Who will be the number 4 player? That remains. Will it be Akash?
Should be Akash was, yes, absolutely.
Or a Wayne partner.
Yes, he's a good addition. But then you have to play 4 foreigners. I believe Maxwell. Obviously,
Maxwell, Faf du Plessis, David Willey,
and I think Bracewell.
Yeah, you can't
will not be able
to. Will they drop a Bracewell for a pace bowler?
When
Pardal can bat as well.
Interesting.
Pardal can bat as well.
But they're batting second. They're chasing. Yeah, they're chasing. No.
Yes,
they're batting first. So that means they're bowling second.
Yeah.
So wouldn't dew be a factor?
I don't think so.
There will be a bit of dew during this time. There is a bit of dew everywhere, but not much. Not like an Eden Garden,
yes.
not like a Wankhede where dew has been playing.
But Shubham, talking about one of the major bowlers for RCB, I think has always been Harshal. But he has not looked the same Harshal Patel, say 2 years that we saw 2 years back. Since the last IPL, and he seems to be a little lost in the death overs.
You know, a couple of seasons back, or was it last season, Roy Morgan said that it is almost impossible to pick up Harshal Patel's slower deliveries because he has a good slower one. But now what I'm seeing it's still very early in the season. But even for India, what I see, what went wrong for Harshal Patel in the Indian team, that the players have started to pick up those slower deliveries. I would urge our producer Swapnil to not play that sound, otherwise we'll get a copyright claim straight away. But yes, I think Harshal Patel's downfall has started since the batters have started to pick that slower one. That was his main weapon.
Absolutely, it's fair enough. And also he got injured also, so that might not also.
Might play a role, but
see, as you rightly said, it's the start of the season. He has only played matches. So
absolutely.
Maybe the more he bowls, the more he plays matches, he will get back that confidence.
LSG have surprisingly dropped Yash Thakur from the 11 for Mark Wood. So they are playing a 4 overseas players. Yes, Mark Wood is playing. So last match they played 3 overseas. This time I think I yet to get the playing 11, but they are playing 4 overseas as they have dropped the.
So I've got the Royal Challengers playing 11. It's Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, Mahipal Lomrod, Glenn Maxwell, Shahbaz Ahmed, Dinesh Karthik, Anuj Rawat, David Willey, Wayne Purnell, Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj.
They have dropped the bracer.
David Willey, Wayne Purnell, Mohammad Siraj.
Harshal Patel.
Harshal Patel.
So they have dropped an Akashdeep as well as bracer.
Yes, so they have gotten Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomrod.
But they are batting first, so it makes sense. I think once they are done,
they can once
Anuj Rawat
they can just replace. Yes. Because Mahipal Lomrod bowls as well. Right?
Yes. He bowls left arm off spin. Yeah. I think Anuj Rawat, Akashdeep will.
He will make way for Akashdeep. Yeah, right.
But you know, Akashdeep for that pack, he's a better batter than most of the tail-enders. He can drop a few sixes. We have seen it for Bengal. We saw it in the last match as well. Exactly. So a bit of a surprising decision, but LSG playing 11 is out. KL Rahul, Kyle Mayers, Deepak Huda, Marcus Stoinis, Krunal Pandya, Nicholas Puran, Jaydev Unadkat, Amit Mishra, Avesh Khan, Mark Wood, and Ravi Vishnu.
So they are going with 4 foreigners.
4 foreigners, absolutely.
They're back to 4, but thoughts on the LSG playing 11, sticking with Kyle Mayers still?
Yes, no Quinton de Kock. Yeah, that's a bit sudden, and you got to go with the team management system because Kyle Mayers has been the batsman in form. And so
but
far,
perhaps this is the last chance for a Marcus Stoinis as well because Kyle
yeah,
Mayers can give you a couple of
absolutely. He's due for a run. Remember, he bowled in the last match.
He has been bowling.
He has been bowling, but you know, even in the bowling, he hasn't been that impressive.
Right.
The bat, he hasn't made any impressive contribution.
Right.
And with someone like a Quinton de Kock waiting, and this is also a wake-up call for someone like Nicholas Puran, especially because Stoinis, you might still keep in the team thinking that you know what, he can bowl. But if you want to bring in a Quinton de Kock, then you can easily replace someone like
remember,
Nicholas
Quinton
Puran.
de Kock has scored 100 against Netherlands.
Exactly.
In the ODI series.
Right.
So he's the batsman, but then but then Suvan, all this problem lies with who you go with because you can only play 4 foreigners.
I think the team combinations will depend a lot on the venues as well. I think some teams when playing in Czech.
Better I would say to going with a specialist batter and getting a specialist bowler. Going with
The impact
cricketer, yes.
Like RCB are doing.
Absolutely.
I think 100% I'm sure they will replace Anuj Rawat in the.
Absolutely, it is very clear that you know because they are batting first, they have a specialist batter,
Right.
and the moment you know they step on the field, they get a bowler in, and that makes more sense as well.
Yes.
Especially with this impact player rule,
Yeah.
they didn't have a choice that is different because I think what that does is if you at least have in T20s, you have to have 6 to 7 good options
Right.
when it comes to bowling because you never know the best of bowlers get hit for boundaries and especially Chinnaswamy is a small ground.
Right. Chinnaswamy is a nightmare for pace bowlers and spin bowlers as well because it is so flat, no spin, smaller boundaries. You
And
connect
every time somebody says that, Shubhan, I don't understand why Yuzvendra Chahal is not there in RCB. The way this guy bowled for RCB in Chinnaswamy, oh,
But that is the dynamics of IPL. You can't retain everyone.
True.
You can't retain a Hardik Pandya was a Mumbai Indians. You can say an icon, but right now he's leading Gujarat Titans. So it is the dynamics of the entire IPL. But thoughts on KL Rahul? The way he has started in this IPL, not the best of starts. He has been struggling a bit, but he's coming back to his home ground. He's coming back to play against his home team. So how do you see a KL Rahul faring in this match?
Yeah, I think obviously, actually the conditions will be ideal for him to get back to form. Means, I think among all the venues, I think Chinnaswamy has always favored the batters. Means if you are said if you get going initially, then you have a great chance of getting a big score. And obviously the key for KL Rahul is to see out those initially 1 or 2 overs.
David Willie, especially with the new ball.
Absolutely.
And now Wayne Partner is there.
Yes.
absolutely. And I think, you know, KL Rahul has a specific role, or at least so it seems,
Right.
that his role is, say, back through 6, 7, 8, 10 overs and then go after the bowlers.
Right.
Which is something, it was extremely effective in the last Lucknow match. Also, for someone like a Shikhar Dhawan, it is very effective. He generally starts a little slow, but then with KL Rahul, the problem is he starts slow, then he gets up.
Yeah, that is where it hurts the team the most.
Exactly. But with Dhawan, you see in the last 2 matches, especially, you know, he has picked up from 100 or 120 strike rate to a 150 strike rate. That is the role that KL Rahul is playing, and KL Rahul has to do well for Lucknow to actually get that solid start because it's always happening. Myers, see the kind of cricket that Myers is supposed to play, it's high risk. And he can get out, you know, some days he might hit a 36 ball, 18 ball, 19 ball, 50. But he can get out quickly. And that is where KL has to, you know, play his role well. Also, I just feel, because this role doesn't naturally come to him, he suddenly looks up at this, or he feels that...
if KL Rahul can play the anchor role, you see the example of Venkatesh Iyer last match. Actually, he played that anchor role to perfection.
Right.
And then the other end, there were other batters.
Right.
So I think KL Rahul, obviously, they will always be just talk about strike rate and stuff like that. But then, when you have someone like a Kyle Mayers who can play that aggressive role in the power play, so no need of taking such risks. All he needs to do is to give strikes to KL Mayers.
Right.
And towards the middle order, he can actually attack the spinners. So I think these are small things. Means obviously,
but I have a completely different view. Field restrictions, that is your best chance to score maximum.
yeah, but then you can also get out. Means obviously,
See, while I agree with you, the part where I disagree is both the players don't need to go boom, boom, boom. You know, especially with a Kyle Myers. I am saying KL Rahul will also get balls to hit.
Of course.
But only if he's patient enough.
Hmm.
He's patient and then he suddenly becomes impatient. You
Right.
can't have the cake and also want the icing. You have to, if you have a certain role, I'm repeating again, of course I'm not there in the Lucknow dressing room, but it seems like he has the anchor role. But yeah, he has to be much better at it, especially towards the end of his innings. Once, you know what, in fact in T20 cricket, once you've played 15 balls,
Right.
it's your duty to convert your strike rate now to a 150, 160 and play a 30 ball 50, 60, you know.
Right.
For Kyle Myers, it will be different.
Another player apart from KL Rahul who hasn't really clicked in this Lucknow Super Giants team this season has been Deepak Hooda. Thoughts on that, Devashish?
absolutely, Deepak Hooda is another, and you can remember he is in the Indian team. So it's very important for Deepak Hooda to have a good IPL.
Right. Plus he's not bowling as much.
Yes, absolutely. So I think that is one area where Lucknow Super Giants would like to see him bump, scoring some runs. The likes of Marcus Stoinis has been discussed.
Right.
So these are few players who needs to fire for Lucknow Super Giants to be the force to reckon.
Thoughts, Prithra?
I think, maybe it is a little unfair for me to say this, but I just feel at the top, if the whole KL Rahul role settles down, then the rest of the players will find it easier to play around him. Say, for example, a Deepak Hooda, when he comes out to bat, because a KL or even a Kyle Myers has got out very early. Now he's confused whether I'm supposed to play on the front foot or am I supposed to play on the back foot. Should I be on the fifth gear or if KL Rahul just says that, look, mine is from third gear to fifth gear game, then the rest of the batters coming in know that I have to be on the fifth gear. When Rahul is on the fifth gear, I can then step back. That sort of a thing. So I think it's more on the clarity of Rahul's role that the rest of it depends.
Right, and Deepak Hooda, that role he plays at number 3, number 4, that's a critical role. And you never know, a bad IPL can take your place away from the Indian team. The kind of competition there is right now, it is insane. But thoughts on Royal Challengers Bangalore having Mahipal Logrod in that playing 11, a decent batter from all-rounder from Rajasthan.
He has been in that side, in that playing 11 for consistently for all last 3 matches. So that's a good sign. If you are backing a player, if you are backing a youngster, you need to persist with him. And that's what the Royal Challengers Bangalore side has done. Obviously, the injury to Rajat Patidar has been a big blow, has been a big setback for RCB. So maybe Mohipal Logrod can be that player. And also you have someone like Anuj Rawat. So I think these 2 players who I would love to look to, means obviously when it comes to RCB batting, because you have the top guns. It's actually the Indian players, Indian batters who needs to fire as well. Means you cannot expect a Faf du Plessis or a Virat Kohli or a Glenn Maxwell. Obviously, they are big match players. They are the superstars in the RCB side. But it's a supporting role. Say for a Mahipal Logrod, a 40 runs of 25 balls or 30 balls can actually pave the way for RCB playing, posting a big total. And we see 200 runs being chased quite often in this IPL. So I think we might again see the big total. Means obviously,
so there are 3 lefties there in your RCB batting unit. One is Anuj Rawat, who is traditionally an opener. The other 2 are Mahipal Logrod and Shahbaz, who are lower middle order batters. So would you go for an Anuj Rawat at number 3 or send someone like a Mahipal Logrod and tell him go back?
Another Mahipal Logrod. I would Logrod.
I will give you a more I wouldn't say diplomatic answer, but this is what I would do if I was in the dressing room. I would see what is I would ask both of them to bat. And then I would wait when is the first wicket done. If it's after a good partnership, then I will send Mahipal. If it's after if the first wicket falls quickly, then I will send Anuj.
That's a proper good answer. but you guys can see the visuals there. It's absolutely jam-packed. The Chinnaswamy Stadium.
Yes, it's almost like I'm feeling why am I not there?
He's a RCB fan who is speaking now. So we are just moments away from the match. So we'll talk about a bit of about the matchups. Any matchups, particular matchups you are looking forward to?
Mark Wood against the likes of Virat Kohli. That's tough. And Fab. They're top order. It's not only Virat or Fab. The top order against Mark Wood. That extra bit of pace. That's the matchup for me.
As they say, pace is pace, yeah.
Yes.
Trisha?
I think, of course, Ravi Bishnoi, because again, as I said, leg spinner. Amit Mishra as well, because leggies have been a problem for the likes of Virat. Not only Virat, I mean, people keep losing wickets. The other one that I'm looking forward to is KL Rahul versus Wayne Cornell, as well as David Gill, because he has the left arm issues. And other than that, I would actually want Glenn Maxwell versus a Mark Wood, because that too would be very interesting.
That's high intense. Big Show versus Mark Wood, one of the fastest bowlers going around. That is going to be some matchup. But I think as soon as they see Glenn Maxwell, they'll put in Amit Mishra. Just due to that.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has picked up Maxwell 5 times in previous IPL. So there's a bit of an advantage for Mishra ji, and maybe a possibility to do another round of magic with the ball. He has been doing it for long now. One of the highest. I think he's the highest wicket taker amongst spinners. Absolute legend. But let's go to the prediction. Your player of the match pick, who will steal the show. Then we'll come to the win or loss prediction.
Okay. Cool. Player of the match.
Will it be a KL Rahul? Will it be a Virat Kohli?
Mahipal Longro.
Oh, that's an outside pick. So all you fantasy guys, although Boria is not here, but yes, if you
if I may say so, that if you really want to win big, then you have to bet on players like not bet
off-field players.
Off-field players. Then in fantasy games, make these people players. Domestic Indian players. Say, if you genuinely ask me, I would go for Mahipal Longro and say. Okay.
Shahbaz Ahmed, perhaps if the ball, if it goes.
The only thing is he will come down.
Yeah.
You know,
You never know, they might
when
send number 2.
that is not going to happen.
But they might get number 3 for
Of course, he has, especially when Rajat Patidar had not filled up that position and the number 3 position was still a little dicey. But right now, I don't think so. I would, let's say Mahipal Longro and Mohammad Siraj, captain, vice captain.
I will still take a Krunal Pandey after what he did in the last match. So
see, the point is, if I take a captain from this team and a vice captain from that team, doesn't make any sense. Because if a bowler from that team or a batter from that team scores, then this one obviously,
Right. Devashish, your captain and vice captain picks.
Interesting. Yeah, obviously, I would go in with someone like Nicholas Puran.
Yeah. Everyone is picking off big.
Is due for a big score.
Absolutely.
Nicholas Puran. And for RCB, I would go in with Dinesh Karthik.
Yes, another
That's a bit low. That's a bit low.
What it signals? Quick wickets.
So going by that cue, I'll pick Mark Wood as my captain and have KL Rahul as my vice captain.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense. I think you already have 3 fantasy captain and vice captain combinations.
Fantasy gurus.
Yes, the actual fantasy guru of our group is sitting there and just looking at us doing random.
And smiling. He's making his team now. Before the
Are you making your team?
But
prediction time.
Lucknow Super Giants.
So I will predict for you.
You are not predicting it. We know her answer.
She is assuming that I am going to predict LSG. No,
you will predict Royal Challengers Bangalore, of course.
I think they have a very good chance of winning.
And that ended all chances of Royal Challengers.
The last 4 matches, whichever team I have said they will win, they have lost.
So you don't say
You don't
say anything. We don't want to see that. No.
You can see the fans there. You can see the fans in RCB.
Well, RCB will change this record. One record at a time.
I'm keeping my
Yes, please, thank you.
I'll tweet. Wait for my tweet for the prediction.
And if that happens after a wicket falls, then I'm going
But yeah, I guess that's a good note to end the session. The match is all about to begin. So enjoy the match. Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Lucknow Super Giants. We'll be back again after the match ends and see what analysis we have to do. Whether a KL Rahul clicks, whether a Virat Kohli clicks, whether a Mishra ji does his magic, or whether a Mark Wood takes the wicket to the cleaners. That's it for this pre-match show. Thanks for joining in, and thank you to Vishan and Devashish as well. And we'll be back again after the match ends. So tune in to Red Sports for more. Thank you.